All right, so hello everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at none other than the Hearthstone patch 3103. 31.0.3. Lot of changes, This is this arguably this patch is probably going to change more for the game than the Great Dark Beyond expansion did, funny enough. There are numerous buffs, numerous nerfs, so on and so forth. However, we are only going to be taking a look at this from the point of view of the wild format. This is primarily a wild channel. I don't play enough standard to even bother pretending like I know what the meta is going to be looking like. So we're going to be going with what I know, which is wild. So we're going to be starting off, and we're going to try to get through this pretty quick because I know that not everybody wants to watch a dude talk for like 10 minutes. So, Reno Lone Ranger. That'll cry if your deck started with no duplicates, remove all enemy minions from the game. The payoff is still strong. You still get to poof an entire board of minions. Ironically, this accidentally buffed the Reno Druid Reno matchups. So Rheastraza will now always have her egg on the battlefield. So that's happy. That's a silver lining. If you play Reno Druid, that's a silver lining. That being said, it not limiting the board afterwards does certainly make it far weaker. However, that was probably the most unfun mechanic in the entire game, on top of the fact that it would poof away like starships being built, locations, Sargeras Portal, Rheastraza, Purified Dragon Nest, so on and so forth. I think this card is still going to be good enough. It's definitely way worse, but I think that this card is still going to be good enough, obviously, in a Reno deck. It's still a 10 mana, your board is gone type deal, and then, they still have to reform their board afterwards. So a lot of people are polarized. They think, hey, maybe this isn't going to be a good enough change to actually change anything. Some people say the card is now dead. I don't think it's dead. I think it's worse, yes, but it's still good enough to be played. Lamplighter, 4 mana, 4/4. Good stats. However, it lost its scaling damage. I think that this still can kind of be used as a finisher in the aggro elemental mage list. However, it definitely got a big hit. I think that that deck will probably be bottom of tier 3. There's no reason to play that over pirates in priest or demon hunters. So it definitely hit hard, but it's not like a total nail in the coffin. The next change, however, is a colossal nail in the coffin. Seabreeze Chalice. To all my spell damage druid players, I am so sorry. The deck is no longer functional after they have taken out probably 70% of the deck's damage. Seabreeze Chalice now no longer deals any damage to your opponent's face. That is what the deck was pretty much thriving off of. Spell damage and Seabreeze Chalice. It was quickly rising to tier 1, and it nestled quite well into tier 1 for a very long time. This is pretty much effectively killing the entire deck, because now your only source of damage is Moonbeam and Swipe. Seabreeze Chalice was the brunt of it. Having, like 5 spell damage on board made this a 3 mana deal 21 damage to your opponent. Now Moonbeam is pretty much the highest source of damage, but this card now officially completely sucks. And spell damage druid, boom, it's gone dead in the streets. I am so sorry. Conniving Conman is a big nerf for every single class that was using it that was not rogue. Reno Paladin got hit really hard with this. The new build of Hostage Mage got hit really hard with this. I think Hostage Mage will now be going to the previous list, which did not run, Skyla, Portalmancer for the rogue cards. And funny enough, Reno Mage is getting hit pretty hard with this one. I don't know if they'll still run the tourist just for Robocollar and Metal Detector. I kind of think they will, and they'll just replace this one card with something else. Seashell, doesn't matter. Nobody played this anyway. Sleep Under the Stars. This is kind of a nothing burger change. Just for the simple fact that most druid lists right now are Miracle Druid. This did not affect Miracle Druid whatsoever, because at the end of the day, this is still going to be 1 mana because of Yasiel. If you are not playing one of those lists, this does hit kind of hard, because 1 mana on a big spell like this can definitely be the make or break situation here. Definitely got hit hard. So hard that you can't play it ever? Absolutely not. You should certainly keep this card. This is still a phenomenal card, even at 8 mana. Quazar, dead. Absolutely dead. The devs have completely and utterly destroyed this deck. You can still technically get a turn 4 lethal with Quazar. However, for that to happen, you'd have to Knick-Knack Shack on turn 3, and then on turn 4, coin, prep Quazar. So you need four specific cards out of your 30 deck in order to win again on turn 4. The deck is so utterly inconsistent now. Most of the time, we're going to be playing this on turn 5 or 6. And if you are playing it on turn 5 or 6, turn 5, Warriors or Druids might out-armor you. Turn 6, that'll certainly be the case. And turn 5 or turn 6, your worst matchup has already killed you because aggro is crazy fast in Wild. And as a result, Quazar is now dead in the street. This is a very, very safe disenchant. It is unbelievably bad now. Everything Must Go doesn't get played in Wild. We don't care. Molten Magma doesn't really get played in Wild. We don't care. It's definitely worse now. Well, I mean, it's whatever. Wave of Nostalgia doesn't get played in Wild. Threads of Despair doesn't get played in Wild, but this is definitely a big hit. Risk of the Pit Boss. Death Knight is not a real class. However, this still hurts any of my 35% win rate Death Knight brothers. I am sorry, but now it looks like your guys are going down to 32% win rate. This really sucks. Funnel Cake. Right now, funny enough, the only list that is using Funnel Cake and Druid is Barnes Druid. So this does nothing to Barnes Druid. Other Druid decks definitely hurts. Priest, I know that this one hurts them in Standard, if I remember right. Should hurt them. But this, Mystery Egg, you can no longer go infinite. This has crazy, like, this is just unfortunate. Hunter finally had a good deck, and boom! Blizzard stepped in, annihilated it. Standard, unfortunately, is apparently overperforming with Mystery Egg. And as a result, now we, in Wild, Hunter players have suffered. So, you may think this doesn't affect things too bad. It definitely does, because now you can't, like, Mystery Egg and then play dead and then clear an entire board with an unlimited amount of lions. Because, you know, you could on turn 5 or turn 4 with Coin, you could have Mystery Egged, coined, play dead, grab your free lion, destroy their entire board, and you are set for life. Now your Mok'Nathal lions are going to cost 1. Changes the entire deck. The deck is, in my opinion, destroyed. I am not the most experienced Hunter player, however, but just thinking of mana cheating, and as a Druid player who tries to cheat as much mana, I don't see how this can be possible or a good deck anymore after taking the one good portion of the deck and destroying it. So I think personally Mystery Egg pretty much shot the Infinite Hunter in the foot. I think it's very, very bad now. Probably bottom tier 2, maybe tier 3. Might not even be playable anymore, especially with the fact that Wild is going to now probably be Seedlock and aggro primarily, but it is what it is. Order in the Court is actually kind of a nice buff to Reno Paladin. However, Conniving Conman is a really, really big nerf to Reno Paladin. So, the following cards have been adjusted to be stronger. Priest does not care. They're all playing aggro. The Reno lists are not going to be using Draenei. This is a bad card. This is still a bad card. This is a really good change. This is actually a phenomenal change. It is now effectively a metal detector with a permanent game upside, right? Metal Detector is a great card, and now Interstellar Star Slicer, say that 5 times fast, is going to be really good, actually. I don't know if it'll put Librams into a competitive state, but that being said, you know, it has an extra attack. That's pretty good. 2 additional damage over the course of its... Or no, not even 2 additional damage over the course of its life, because they changed the durability as well. But 2 durability is actually really nice, because then you can destroy it faster for your discounts. Urel, Beacon of Hope. I don't think this is going to be good enough. I'm sorry, but I don't think that this is going to be good enough to see play. But 4 mana does make it attractive. It is certainly an attractive option now. It might start seeing play. Whether or not it's going to be really good or really bad, I don't know, but I think it is now playable. I think 5 mana, it kind of sucked before mana. A case can be made. Felfire Thrusters, nobody's playing this shit. Shatari Cloakfield, nobody's playing this shit. In Wild, remember that. All these changes are for Wild. Nobody's playing this shit. This is a good change, nobody's playing it. This is a good change, nobody's playing it. The Exodar, this is a buff to what is effectively Big Priest nowadays, which is Starship Priest. Is Starship Priest ever going to be good? Probably not. Ace Wayfinder, bad. Dimensional Core, never going to see play. Astral Vigilant, 1 HP. Oh, that's really going to break that card in a while. Woohoo! I don't even think this will see play really in Standard much either. This is nice for Libram Paladins that are running it, I guess. It's a 1/2 now. Biggest nothing burger change. This and Felfire Thrusters, absolute nothing burgers. But just to recap, Reno, it's a whatever change. It's definitely worse now, but is it unplayable? Certainly not. Lamplighter, that hurt hard. Seabreeze Chalice, completely killed the deck. There are 3 decks that have completely died. That would be Spell Damage Druid. I believe it is now officially dead. This was so much of the deck's damage. It is not even funny. It's just gone. So Seabreeze Chalice has this nerf killed Spell Damage Druid. Quazar nerf completely killed Quazar Rogue in Wild. It's not playable. And of course, good old-fashioned Mystery Egg has, in my opinion, completely killed the Hunter Lion deck. I don't think it's going to be viable whatsoever anymore. But those are all, of course, my opinions in my patch rundown. Tell me if you guys enjoyed a little patch rundown. It's something different from gameplay. And, you know, me, I love talking. So, yeah, that's about it. Leave a like if you enjoy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content, primarily gameplay. And, of course, you know, this would normally be the space that I say, oh, the deck code is in the description below, but I am not playing. So, not too shabby. Oh, hey everybody, how you doing? So if you take a peek to the left here, that's the latest video. If you take a peek to the right, click that. You can go into my channel page, of course. And if you're wondering what these names up here for, those are my YouTube members. Now, if you do want to, of course, get your name right on up there, click the join button. And thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate all of you. So see you guys in the next one.